Hi everyone, my name is Parul. Welcome back to my channel Parul English Lab. Today in this video, I will tell you how to use the word having correctly in English language. It's an important word and one should know how to use it in everyday conversation. So please watch this video till the end, and before going ahead, please like and subscribe to my channel Parul English Lab. Now let's get started. The word having is one of the most versatile and hard-working words that we have in English language, because first it is the ing form of the verb have, and secondly its meaning changes entirely depending upon how it is used in a sentence. So here's a detailed breakdown of everything that you need to know about having. First, we use having when have means to consume food or drink. For example, I'm having breakfast right now. Can I call you back? So in place of I'm eating breakfast, you can say I'm having breakfast. They were having a few drinks when the news broke. So this way, in this scenario, we can use having in place of eating or drinking. Next, we use having to talk about feeling, time, experiencing an event, or experiencing a physical symptom. For example, we are having a great time at the beach. Here we are talking about the time. She is having difficulty breathing due to her asthma. Here in this sentence we are talking about a physical symptom. He was having a nightmare and woke up screaming. They are having a housewarming party this weekend. We were having a great conversation about movies when the power went out. I was completely confident yesterday, but now I'm having few doubts about my career change. Are you having trouble logging into your email account? He is having a rough day at the office. The runner stopped mid-sprint because she was having a severe leg cramp. Wear this jacket. You look like you're having chills. So this way we can use having to talk about feeling, time, experiencing an event, or experiencing a physical symptom. We can use having while organizing or hosting something. For example, we are having a party this Friday. You must come. The company is having a meeting to discuss the budget. So this way, in place of organizing or hosting, you can use having also. Next, having is used when you arrange someone else to do a task for you. We call it causative structure. In this structure, you can make active as well as passive sentences. So when we make active sentences, then let's look at the structure that we follow. First having, then person, and then comes base form of the verb. Now let's look at some examples. I'm having the mechanic look at my brakes. So here I'm having. After having, we have the person who is doing the job. Here mechanic is doing the job. So having the mechanic, and after mechanic we have base form of the verb look at my brakes. I'm having the mechanic look at my brakes. So this way you have to construct an active sentence in causative structure. The boss is having his assistant type the contract right now. She is having the plumber look at the leaky faucet. The manager was having the staff clean the kitchen when the health inspector walked in. The teacher is having the students submit their projects tomorrow. Now let's see how we make passive sentences in causative structure. First comes having, and then comes the object, and then past participle form of the verb. Now let's look at some examples. I can't drive you home because I'm having my car repaired right now. First having. After having, we have the object, my car, and then third form of the verb or past participle form of the verb repaired. So this is the way how you construct a sentence in passive in this particular scenario. Look at the backyard. We are having a new pool installed. She is having her wedding dress made by a local designer next month. He is having his wisdom tooth removed this Thursday. When I called her, she couldn't talk because she was having her hair colored. I hope you have seen how we make active as well as passive sentences in causative structure using having. Having sometimes acts as a subject or an object of a sentence or follows a preposition. First, let's see how we can use it as a subject in a sentence. Having good friends is valuable. Here you will not say having good friends are valuable because we are talking about friends. No, having what? Having good friends. So here it's a subject that is singular. So we will always use a singular verb. Having good friends is valuable. Having too many choices can actually make decision harder. Having a caring sister is a blessing. Having a reliable car makes commuting so much easier. Having too much sugar in the morning can cause a midday energy crash. Having a degree in computer science opened many doors for her. So here I have used opened because this sentence is in past. I'm talking about the past. But if you are talking about the present, then you will always use singular form of the verb. Now let's see how we can use having as an object in a sentence in this scenario. It is definitely worth having a spare tire in the truck. So what is definitely worth? Having a spare tire. So having a spare tire, this is a direct object. What is worth? Having a spare tire. I really miss having a backyard now that I am living in a high-rise building. So what do I miss? I really miss having a backyard. Having a backyard is an object in this sentence. They enjoy having guests over for dinner. I enjoy having my coffee black rather than with cream. We can also use having as an object where it follows a preposition. For example, thank you for having us over. So thank you for preposition and then having us over. So before having we have a preposition. He apologized for having a short temper during the meeting. So in this scenario, where having acts as an object and at the same time it follows a preposition. So this is the way we construct the sentences. Now if in this same scenario we have a verb after having, then let's see how we construct a sentence. First comes preposition, then having, and after having we always have an infinitive, means to plus base form of the verb. For example, he is afraid of having to speak in public. So afraid of is the preposition. After of we have having, afraid of having to speak, to and base form of the verb. This way, in this scenario, you have to construct the sentences. Let's see some more examples. You can't make a good omelette without having to break few eggs. So to break, I'm not saying without having breaking some eggs. That's incorrect. After having, in this particular scenario, you will always use infinitive. He is afraid of having to speak in English. I can't think of having to walk 5 miles to office every day. So this way, sometimes having can be used as a subject, object, or follow a preposition. And the last is, we can use having in perfect participle clause. It's an advanced grammatical structure which is used to show that one action has finished completely before the another action started. It is more formal way of saying after I did this, I did that. Now let's look at some examples. Having finished his homework, Max went out to play. So first he finished his homework and then he went out to play. In this scenario, after having, you will always use past participle form of the verb. Having lived in Paris for 5 years, Sarah met her sister. Having lost the map, we asked for directions. Having packed her bags, Jennifer called an Uber to the airport. Having graduated from college, Lucas began applying for full-time jobs. Having checked the weather forecast, we decided to cancel our picnic. So this way we construct sentences in past participle clause using having. So that's all for today. I have told you all the scenarios where we can use the word having in English language. Now please practice. It can be a little complicated, but once you practice, once you try to make some sentences on your own, then trust me, you will not find it difficult at all. So all it takes is a little practice. Please make some sentences using all these scenarios. You can share your sentences with me in the comment section. So that's all for today. Keep learning, keep practicing, and if you actually like my videos, then do subscribe to my channel Parul English Lab. That's all for today. Take care. Bye. Have a great day.